Hey, what's going on, peeps? Welcome back to the Juicy Vapor channel. This is Chef Andy. We are here tonight to go ahead and do a review of a new juice to me. You might have had it, so we're going to go ahead and review it. I had already broke down my tank and put it back together, which I'm not going to do on this video, simply because it's on the mechanical side of things. So I think in the order of fairness and helping to not take up your whole life watching these videos, I'm going to do that on an extra video. That way we can just review the juice here. The tank that I'm using is an Arctic tank. If you've ever seen my other videos, or if you know me through Twitter at thejuicyvapor.com, by the way, if you've seen me on any of those, you'll know that I'm a huge fan, just a huge fan of Arctic tanks. I do like to put the 0.2 ohm coil in there, and I think the reason why I like them so much, it's so, if you feel the weightiness of it, they're very durable. Also, they last a long time. I have 5 of these tanks, and if there's a mechanical or something else that this can't load on, I'll get a heat sink, and put it on there. That way I can fit it. So I tend, unless the native tank to anything comes and works real well, you tend to replace it with this. Alright, so I'm going to be using my Cherry Bomber, and I'm rocking EFES 3000 mAh 35 high drain amp, 2 of them. That's what we're using. Make sure it's in the off position. Gonna screw it down. What I'm gonna do here, the way I tighten mine, I just kind of go to hand strength. So I'll loosen this up for you, and I just tend to use hand strength until you can't get any further where it needs more pressure, and then I just give a little quarter turn. That's it. Nice and snug. Not going to wear it through your threads. Let's go ahead and take a few puffs off this to kind of help it work through the coil. Promising so far. Alright, just tighten this down. Once again, this is the Ultimo line of Ejuices by Vapor, V-A-P-O-R, the number 4, life.com. This is called Very, Very Good to Me, and I already kind of like that because I love drinks and fruity stuff, so it sounds real promising. It's got a 60-40 blend of VG to PG with a little bit of nicotine. One thing while we're waiting for that to soak up, one thing I'd like to comment, I've kind of been thinking about this since I've reviewed a couple of these line of Ejuices. I am very impressed with the information that they put around the vape juice. Not everything that the FDA's been asking for, but they've already got a lot of this ahead of time, and I appreciate that, honestly. The reason being is because with me being diabetic and having a few disabilities, I like to have the information just to make sure that anything in there is not going to conflict with any of my medications. So I really do appreciate that. Really, it means a lot, and I think more consumers will too, as they get more familiar with this brand. Alright, this has been smoking long enough. You don't need to wait 10 or 15 minutes. Again, when you can taste a little bit around that mouth and it's not on, then I think we're good to go. But I am gonna, if you hear that, I'm gonna do that a couple times just to make sure no dry hit, no burnt hit comes out. And here we go. Whoa. That's got flavor packed in there. We're going to take a few more hits just to make sure it's all good and not, you know, not going to turn on you. You know what I'm talking about. When you take those first one or two puffs and all of a sudden you find out, oh, it's not that good at all. No. So far, this is interesting. Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. Very, very good to me. I think the name of it, I think that stands up. I can taste various notes of flavoring. You know, fruity berry kind of thing. I can tell it's got a little bit of depth to it. So it's not lacking on the back end when it hits your throat. By the way, I tend to I say this in all my videos, and I'll keep saying it because you might be watching this for the first time and not my other ones. I used to smoke used tobacco for over 20 years. I am now tobacco free for over 5 years. I still like to have a little bit of nicotine. I don't go maxing it out. I also still have a few machines that I run at night that have no nicotine in them. But during the day, I like to have a low dose. And what a low dose is to me is about 0.3 to about 0.9. So you've got the low and you've got the low to the mid ends. But more importantly, I tend to stick around the 0.3 to 0.6. And if there's something that I can't get in there, but I can get it into like a 0.89, whatever, then I'll go for that. Alright. And I love, love, love fruity and beverage flavors. Okay, this is good. This is good. Through and through. Seriously. I would be very honest to tell you if I didn't like something. I think there's another episode with one of their juices, Candy Crash, that I did a review on. Wasn't real happy with. Started out great, ended wrong, just like a train wreck. This one here, you know, it starts out nice in the upper, you know, in your palate here, but when you get to the throat, where that drip is right there, it's really nice. It's not hot. I don't like to burn hot. I've just never been that way. I like warm. That's what I like. I like warm. And so when you get that residue, that drip right there, it actually tastes good. It doesn't fall off on flavor at all. You know what, folks? Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, I am thoroughly happy with this, and I'm going to tell you, to, like I tell everybody else, that I'm probably going to try this on one or two of my other machines that running a little less wattage. I like to check things for consistency. That's probably just my culinary background. There are different recipes that taste different with different machines, simply because not all machines are made alike. Some will ignite and vaporize hotter and quicker. Others take a little more to build up. That can all impact taste. Also, there's no two vaporers alike, so to speak. You have to get something that tastes good to you. But having said that, I'm going to tell you right now, I really like this. I really, really like this. I'm looking forward to checking it out, and I'll post my update maybe in a week or so. I'm going to keep this going on this tank on my Cherry Bomber, and yeah, so enjoy, huh? I'm going to end the video right now so I don't continue to bug you, but I am thoroughly happy with the Ultimo line. Very, very good to me, by Vapor for Life. VAPOR number 4 and life.com. Having said that, I will definitely be talking to you soon. I'm out.